Yo guys, welcome back towards this new stream here on the channel. On today's stream, we will be discussing Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency market while we are absolutely skyrocketing right now, guys. So this is absolutely pretty epic what we're currently experiencing on this market. So on today's video, on today's stream here, I will be going over the cryptocurrency market, what we're currently seeing, and let me see if everything is sorted out. Yes, the stream is up and running. So guys, welcome towards this new stream here. You can see my Ethereum trade is absolutely skyrocketing right now here while the US stock market is about to open in 1 hour. You know, I was just making a video, but I thought, you know what, I'm not going to drop out the video, I'm going to just do another live stream today. So what I basically was willing to discuss in the video, I will be discussing in today's stream right now here. So what I did saw on the market is that right now we already played that divergence out a little bit here, because the moment I was recording, we saw the market trading around the 4260, the US 500. But basically what I was seeing on the market is that the stock market currently is forming something absolutely crazy. We're forming such a crazy pattern that you should look at right now. Not pattern, but such a crazy signal in the market basically. So what you can see over here on this cryptocurrency market, on the stock market, is that the market has been forming a lower low on the price section. RSI has been forming a higher low. So we have been seeing one hell of a crazy bullish divergence getting formed on the S&P 500. So the S&P 500 is right now creating a bullish divergence on the daily time frame, guys, and that is currently as well resulting in the S&P 500 moving up on the recent hours before us. And because of that, we're most certainly going to see an even more significant growth in this market. So it is actually looking pretty interesting right now that we could be taking a trade towards the upside here. Like I showed you in the beginning of the stream, I'm currently 10.6k in profit. Yesterday I took some profits off the table. I took like $5,000 or $6,000 US profits already on my trade. It was definitely a very short-term trade that I took here, and I will be probably locking some more profits in the coming days ahead of ourselves here. But if you don't know already, my whole thoughts with opening this trade here is that I want to be building up a position that I will be having open for a longer period of time. And right now, I've got like 4 Ethereums in profit still, and maybe I will be closing this trade here to take this 4 Ethereums. But the whole goal of this trade here is to have a trade open once the Ethereum hype really gets started, because Ethereum will be most certainly see a lot of hype towards it. Why? Is because the merge will be coming out, like you guys do know, in the market, and that could be resulting in, of course, way more gains coming towards us over here. 480p, man, no, it's not 480p. That's definitely something on your side, because or is it on your side? Let me quickly check up if it's really 480p here. I don't really can imagine we have so low quality. It is very low quality, so let me check here. No, I mean, on my side everything is all right here. Is it bad quality? I don't know what it is going on here, but my side the quality is on the highest. So this is definitely something that is coming up from YouTube. Wait, give me. So let me see if we're back online. I think we're back online again, guys. So I adjusted the quality here on the stream because I saw there were some issues over there that the quality was standing a little bit lower. So guys, let me know if you guys are still there. Make sure to scream in the chat. Let me know in the chat if you're still there. But the quality should be updated right now here. Bringing the yeah, I mean, guys, I am updating the quality right now here. So hopefully everything is back online live here. Let me know in the chat if you guys are there. Yes, everything is sorted out, and we've got full HD here, 1440. It's definitely good here. It's good, guys. It should be all right here. Check your bit. My internet is definitely okay. It was a setting because I was messing around with something right there a moment ago. So guys, we're back in the stream, and let's go further in towards the charts here. Let's right and discuss everything in depth here. So what I was basically waiting to talk about is that Bitcoin was forming pretty bullish momentum here. Right now, actually, after this 1 hour candle close that Bitcoin did saw on the market, it is good right now. I've refreshed. Yeah, guys, if the quality is bad, please refresh the stream here, because it should be 1080 or 1440 even right now here. So everything should be sorted out here. But basically what I was willing to talk about is that Bitcoin currently is experiencing a bullish breakout, because Bitcoin has, like you can see over here in the market, was trading against a downtrend. Bitcoin traded against a downtrend from this significant rally towards the downside. And like you can see, if you didn't already saw this before, we were forming lower high after 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 lower high. But what is this? What is this freaking candle doing here? Because this candle that we're right now looking at, the candle that we just closed a moment ago, is actually a very bullish candle. Why? Is because we're closing in higher 1 hourly candle than the previous high in the market. The previous high in the market was formed at the 39,000 US dollars. And like I told everyone already about, we have to be closing above of that high here. Because if we do close above of that high over there, we are most certainly going to be looking a little bit more bullish in this market. And right now, since we did close the 1 hour candle above of that range here, with a significant volatility getting created, we are indeed looking a little bit more bullish. Even though on the imminent short term, we can still create a bearish divergence since the market forming lower high on the RSI, higher high in the price section, we are indeed seeing still this bearish divergence on the 1 hour time frame. Why is this bearish divergence getting formed here? Is because we saw a significant rally towards the upside, then a long period of reaccumulation sideways action, and right now we're starting the second phase here. So what I want to be seeing is this candle, of course, see further continuation in growth here, so we can invalidate the bearish divergence and, of course, continue our way towards the upside. I can clearly see the 480 is gone right now. That is very nice, my man. That is very good to know that you guys are everything, that everything is sorted out again here. So what we currently can see is that we, of course, broke above this horizontal range here. And right now we're breaking above it, and that is actually just having a lot of bullish confluences on this market. Daily time frame is right now retesting a very critical zone of resistance, and this resistance zone I'm talking about is going to be the 39.3k here. Like you can see here, previous resistance on the market over here, resistance on the market over here as well. And since we're right now retesting this most critical zone of resistance, this is a very important level to be breaking above. If we do break above of this level over here, we're most certainly going to see a further continuation towards higher targets. And of course, in the meantime as well, we're about to be retesting the EMA ribbons once again here. And if we are going to see another rejection from it, we'll be pretty likely to, of course, see a rejection from the EMA ribbons. But if we could be staying above it, and if we could be seeing a further continuation towards higher targets, then the market could be once again start to be looking pretty bullish again. So I am definitely very excited about how it's going to be performed right from off this point here. But actually, if we're going to be talking purely about this market and purely about the developments that we're currently seeing here, is that this horizontal green box is going to be important to look at. And of course, I've been already talking several times about it. We've seen multiple rejections. We've been seeing multiple support touches. Support touch over here, and if we're going to really look back in history of Bitcoin itself here, we've seen tons of support touches on this level. You can clearly see this is an important level to be looking at. This is an important level to be looking at, to talk about, and to be breaking above, and to be trading in general above of. So right now we're still waiting to see how this daily candle is going to close, but like we discussed earlier today, we want to be seeing the daily candle close above of that range here. Together with the RSI forming a bullish divergence on the S&P 500, I do think it's going to be very likely to see that happening here. Like you can see in the pre-market of the S&P 500, if we're going to go towards a 30-minute time frame, you can clearly see that we have seen a significant growth already in the pre-market grow. Of course, the pre-market is still going to be here for another hour, and after that hour, we're going to see the market opening. And then, of course, I do actually expect an even further significant increasement, because the fear looks to be really cooling off from the S&P 500. Like you can see here as well, we have been climbing back significantly. However, we're still trading in a downtrend. We're still trading in this downtrend. However, I mean, actually, right now, we are looking to be breaking above it here, what is actually looking pretty good with a successful retest as well in this market. So, yes, we're on very important stages in the price section right now here, but together with such kind of a bullish divergence getting formed on the S&P 500, with the trend line as well getting broken on the S&P 500, we have a very big chance of seeing an extremely bullish afternoon here in cryptocurrency land here. So it is looking pretty good here for the stock market. The Russian stock market is actually actually came down pretty significantly again. So Russian stock market came up earlier today, but came down again. So stock market is looking so good here that I am very bullish on Bitcoin right now for the coming hours ahead of ourselves, because Bitcoin is just always moving with the S&P 500. Another thing to look at here is going to be the DXY here, the dollar index. Dollar index is just looking absolutely terrible. Since the dollar index is looking so terrible, I do think it's a good zone for accumulating your cryptocurrencies. And since it's right now a pretty good zone for accumulating your cryptocurrencies, I have been loading up, of course, on several positions. I've been loading up on Bitcoin, been loading up on Ethereum, and of course, like you do know here, I've been loading up on some cryptocurrency trades here, because trading the market right now, once the market is in extreme fear, is also pretty funny, because trading the market once everyone is afraid and trading the market once it is so significantly down is the period where I do make the most amount of money. Quickly overview about what we're currently seeing in terms of the funding rates. We are seeing Binance being a little bit negative, because like you can see over here, funding rate 0.01%, our black color, white color in this case, because I use the night theme, means that it's neutral. So everything below it is of course bullish, and of course once the color is green, it is a negative minus the 0%, and that is of course a bullish signal. So yeah, looking pretty good here. We are in neutral funding rates, a little bit more shorts than longs active at the neutral stages right now, but still funding rates are pretty neutral on Bybit, on OKX, and Binance, the most important exchanges to look at. So funding rates are not really telling us anything right now about where the market is heading towards. So that's also a reason for me to stay a little bit more neutral on the market. Yes, I am bullish, but if we're going to look at purely at the funding rates on Bitcoin, Ethereum, we should be staying neutral. But if we're purely looking to all the other assets and cryptocurrencies on the market, we can clearly see that they are over leveraged towards the downside, resulting in a very good buying opportunity here across the borders for a lot of altcoins. Like Aave is a very good altcoin, what's pretty over leveraged towards the downside. We can see EGLD being extremely over leveraged towards the downside. Good asset to be accumulating in, if you would ask me here. And just like Vechain, also over leveraged towards the downside. We have a lot of these tokens that are pretty over leveraged towards the lower side here, what is showing and opting us to be a very good accumulation range here. So as well, what I want to be talking about, a reason why I do think the market is right now moving up here, is Ukraine Bitcoin exchange. The Bitcoin exchanges in Ukraine are absolutely skyrocketing right now here. Why? Is because people in Ukraine can only withdraw 3,000 US dollars maximum from their bank account. So they saved up so much money on their bank account, and right now they can't withdraw it because everyone wants to get their money out of the banks and of course run away with it because they want to be leaving Ukraine, what I totally get here. So what is right now happening is that there's going to be a FOMO from Ukrainian people in towards crypto, in towards Bitcoin, because that's the online safe haven where you can always transfer around your money, where nothing is blocked, because Bitcoin is not a bank here. So reason why I do think we're right now moving up here is partially because of this war thing, and people can't get their money out of the banks here. Their money can't get out of the banks here. They can't withdraw it in physical money. So what they're doing is that they're just spending it on Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies online. So it is actually a very, very great signal that like the adoption is growing in the cryptocurrency space here. However, yes, I do think war is absolutely terrible. Yes, I feel very bad for the people in Ukraine. I actually as well made a donation towards the Ukrainian citizens so we can help them support the war, because this is absolutely terrible what Russia is right now doing. But with every single war, we are seeing some kind of innovation coming towards us, and in this case we're seeing more adoption towards Bitcoin flowing in towards the market, also resulting in this minor movement towards the upside, in my opinion, because people don't know what to do and they're following in towards Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is the safe haven, the digital gold, and you can easily transfer your money around here. As well, we're quickly going to look at liquidations across the border. We've seen that more than 400 million US dollars got liquidated in the past 24 hours on this market. Mainly, these liquidations are coming from short positions. Like you can see, approximately 60 to 80% of all the liquidations that we're seeing left and right on this market are coming from short positions. What is actually a pretty interesting signal, because if short positions are going to get liquidated, what means if they get liquidated, they of course trade the market short, but the market went too much towards the upside, and at that point they get liquidated. And what happens at a liquidation is that short orders have to be buying back in towards the market, because if you open a short, you basically borrow money to sell Bitcoin off here, to buy sell contracts on Bitcoin, and if those contracts get liquidated, you have to be buying back the contracts. Of course, you're not creating any debt or so, because you already paid for your position, and that's why that's how basically the system works here. And they have to be buying back in towards the market to cover the long position. So it is definitely a very bullish signal that we're getting so much money getting flushed out of this market, getting squeezed out of this market, adding more buying pressure towards the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency market. So Well, we can see mainly these liquidations are coming from Bitcoin and Ethereum, but also Terra Luna, Solana, XRP, Avalanche, and Gala, and Cardano and Cent are all seeing a lot of liquidations across the border. And these are, of course, like I just told you, mainly short liquidations, what is resulting in more bullishness coming towards the market. As well, Q4 earnings from Coinbase, absolutely bullish what we can see over there. More and more earnings are getting made from Coinbase. They expected their revenue in Q4 2021 around to $1.9 billion, but they made a whopping $2.5 billion, what is absolutely crazy. They're making so much more profit than they did expect it, and with the more profit they make here, they could be potentially spend more money on free advertisement for Bitcoin, because literally what they did with the Super Bowl is creating free advertisements for Bitcoin. So that is, of course, probably a thing that we will be seeing way more across in 2022 here. And I'm actually very bullish on like all the crypto brokers and basically the cryptocurrency space and how it's evolving itself, because more money is getting made by these companies. So there will be also more money pumped in advertisement, and it's definitely going to be growing the audience that will be potentially invest in cryptocurrencies. So it is looking pretty interesting if you would ask me here. Quick update on my trade here. So my strategy, what I do with my trade here is that I'm currently in a $10,000 profit. I already closed 50% yesterday on my trade. So I already looked in approximately $3,000 to $4,000 on my trading position yesterday. Right now, the rest of my trade I will be probably keep open for a while here. I've of course my stop loss set up here above my entry price. So there's literally no risk that I'm currently taking here with holding this trade open, and that is absolutely beautiful to see here, because no risk for a trade that could be bring me tons of $100,000 of wealth here is absolutely pinch perfect, because what I'm personally anticipating is an Ethereum trading around to $10,000 towards $15,000 in the coming 6 to 12 months ahead of myself. Why am I predicting such a crazy target for Ethereum? Is because Ethereum will be dropping out in hard fork update, where it will become the most deflationary asset of the world. And if we're looking at the uncertainty in the world right now in terms of fiat currencies, what are currently experiencing hyperinflation, some of them are just experiencing inflation above 7.5% here. Ethereum is going to be the perfect hedge here, because Ethereum will be, of course, deflationary. It will be create less and less token supply, what will be meaning that first of all holders will be getting incentivized to hold all the token for a longer period of time, because the less supply comes in circulation, the more the price will be eventually rise here, because yeah, if the ask stays the same here and the supply drops here, that is how price will be surging. So Ethereum is definitely a very good investment in my opinion. If you're going to be asking me, where would you be betting your money on if you're going to be looking at the coming 6 to 12 months here? For me, it's definitely still Ethereum. For me as well, the reason why I built up this swing trade position on Ethereum is because I am very, very excited about where this hard fork update is going to be bringing the price section. Because besides that, it will be bring deflationary price structure. Beside of the deflationary asset aspect from Ethereum, what will become this summer, we will be as well have a major hype run up here. Ethereum will be create so much hype that a lot of people are going to be following back in towards Ethereum, what will be making me a ton of money with my trading position. And why I do think I can make tens of Ethereums of profits out of only a $10,000 position. So I will be, of course, show you guys what I will be doing with this trade. If I get kicked out of it, yes, I just made some profits, and I will be just look at the new entry, because I don't really care. I already locked in $5,000 of profits, and if we're going to come down, I will be locking in another $2,000. So that will be definitely a ride. And as soon as the market is going to come up further towards the upside, let's say $3,000, I will be as well move my stop loss towards the upside, and I will be taking for sure partial profits along the way up here to lock in more profits towards the upside. So it is actually a very good trading opportunity. And in terms of if you want to be trading the market for a longer sustainable period of time here, I think that swing trading Ethereum is way more stronger than swing trading Bitcoin right now, because the hype will be probably way bigger on Ethereum if we're going to think about the coming 3 to 6 months, of course. So if you, by the way, want to be trading the market, Bybit, the platform that I'm currently also taking this trade on, is currently offering you a $4,100 deposit bonus plus a 30% of all fees. So that's definitely very good. Like you can see, the fees are already very low, only $1 to be in this trading position for literally 8 hours. So every day I pay like $3 to be in this position. Freaking cheap transaction fees basically, because also a lot of people are still shorting the market. So if you're interested on trading cryptocurrency or whatsoever, check out Bybit and link in the description. They are offering you this sick bonus, plus of course the fees off here, and that's of course still valid till today. Literally till today, you've got a 30% off of all fees here. Tomorrow it will be ending, so if you still sign up your account through my link in the description, you get this 30% fee off of all, for always. So it is definitely very cool if you're going to check that out here. But going forward towards Ethereum, it looks to be as well that we're forming some kind of a symmetrical triangle, what is also looking like a crazy big opportunity here across the market. Ethereum, of course, forming a higher low on the market, together with the lower highs on the market, squeezing the price action in towards an apex. Of course, a potential breakout could be leading towards a 30% surge here or a 30% decreasement towards the lower side. But basically, this is looking like a major opportunity that we do have right now in this market. We could be trading the market up or down. That's, of course, no problem for us there. But since I'm, of course, more bullish on Bitcoin for the longer term here, and as well with the adoption that's coming through the war, it's pretty bad, but it is happening literally right now. I expect prices will be rising in the coming days ahead of ourselves, and as well, since taking in consideration there has been a lot of fear and like the let me quickly get this up on the stream here, and since the war, the Ukraine/Russia invasion already got priced in here, and let me quickly search this up on my Twitter account, a reason to follow my Twitter account so you will be not miss out any of these updates here. Like everything is priced in already, and I can't, it's a very hard time finding it for me. So excuse me for that. Make sure to follow me on Twitter so you will be not miss any of these updates here at Rover CRC. Absolutely crazy if you're going to hit that follow button. But basically, Ukraine and Russia fought is already priced in towards the market. The hike of the interest rates already priced in on the market because we already saw the significant decreasement. People already sold off. The people that are willing to sell did already sold off here, and the people too willing to step in, for a cheap valuation are definitely stepping in right now on this market. So it is looking actually not all too bad here, and it's actually looking very bullish for me if you would ask me what we're currently seeing on this market. So symmetrical triangles getting formed on the Ethereum price action, squeezing the price action in towards an apex, and I can't wait to see what we will be getting for the Ethereum price action in the coming days ahead of ourselves here. Of course, we can see yesterday's candle was pretty bullish since we did create a hammer candle, big wick on the lower side, and we're forming a higher low. It is for me looking like a beautiful structure to trade here towards higher levels. If we're going to look at the 4 hourly time frame, the video that was about to drop here was, of course, a potential trading setup for Ethereum as well here. Right now, we look to be already breaking out towards the upside over here. Of course, in 2 hours and 30 minutes, we're going to confirm the breakout because on that point, we're going to close the 4 hourly candle. But what we're basically seeing right now is that the 4 hourly candle on Ethereum is right now about to be breaking out of this descending rolling wedge. Yes, Bitcoin already broke out of the descending rolling wedge here, but Ethereum have not been breaking out yet here, I should say. And right now we are about to be breaking out. It's not a very significant price target towards the upside, but indeed it's still a 5% trade here because the price target is going to be laying at the top side of the rolling wedge here. And a breakout is also not only like an even a short-term price action. No, for a breakout, you're also starting an uptrend. So we could be definitely look for higher targets from of that point as well. So I am very excited about Ethereum and how it is going to be performing itself in the coming months and the coming weeks ahead of ourselves here. But this is most certainly one of the most biggest opportunities we have been seeing for a while here. And I'm casually going to be taking my trade further on towards higher targets because I believe for sure if we're as well seeing a breakout of this descending rolling wedge here, we can be seeing way higher targets. And this trade could be go way beyond $100,000 in profits. So I look forward towards where we're heading towards from this point, but this is of course a crazy opportunity that I will be not letting go right now. While Bitcoin is absolutely sending it here, 39.7k almost. Are we going to touch the 40k, guys? Let me know in the chat right now here. I'm getting pretty excited actually to see the market pumping again here because we did broke the downtrend and we're right now seeing this continuation on the next candle. What I did talked about what was going to be so important because if we are going to see this continuation, we're not going to see a decreasement of strength on this market. No, we're going to rather see an increasement of strength. And if we're going to close this 1 hour candle that we're right now trading on somewhere around the 39.6k or higher, we are most certainly going to see another bullish candle afterwards getting created because we are right now retesting the high liquidity of the market that very likely was to get touched again here. This is the high liquidity zone. 39.7k going to be as well one of the most critical ranges to break above to, in my opinion. If we do see, let's say, candles trading on around the 39.8k, I think we're very easily going to trade above 40k again. And if we're going to touch the 40k, we are most certainly going to be breaking very, very easily above it. So what I will be saying here is that, let me extend this box here to the right here. This was basically an important demand zone, an important resistance zone, I should say here. Supply zone, I could say as well. But if we're going to close this 1 hour candle above it, I mean, we're confirming a breakout, what could be leading towards even more significant price growth for the Bitcoin price action. Of course, what will be happening as soon as Bitcoin is going to grow here, we're going to look at different different tokens, and what is going to be happening is that all these tokens will be following. Of course, altcoins took a way bigger hit, but like you can see here, it is also recovering quicker. That's why Ethereum is up 14% here and Bitcoin only 11%. So Ethereum is most likely one of those coins that is definitely going to be followed towards the upside. And I will be very certain and very pleased if we are going to see that increasement across the border in the whole cryptocurrency space. Because I've seen in the Netherlands, I'm from the Netherlands, I've seen some Dutch influencers that are making cryptocurrency videos, not videos, but like paid groups or whatever. The guy was saying, oh, Bitcoin is going to zero, we're selling off and buying back on 10k. I mean, I thought, like, I don't say anything about it right now, I do talk about it, but I thought, like, that is crazy. You're saying to all your audience to sell the Bitcoin in the dip. That is exactly what all the stupid weekends are doing. So yeah, that is exactly a thing that I'm not doing actually over here, because I don't like to be selling off the dip here. I rather buy the dip than sell the dip, because if you want to be the definition of an average Joe here, you are buying high and selling low, and that is exactly the opposite that I would like to do here on this market. So it is looking very good here, but guys, let me know in the chat here, are we going to see a 40k Bitcoin today? Let me know in the chat here. I'm about to sell my Ethereum. It's that, of course, if you want to be selling or buying, it's always up to you here. But of course, on today's video, I explained about why I am buying more Ethereum and why I'm building up a leverage long position on Ethereum. So guys, let me know if you want to be finding out what you are doing right now, and if we can touch the 40k today, we'll be absolutely crazy if we can. So we're touching the 39.7k right now, guys. I will be as well do a giveaway if we could be maybe touch that 300 likes on this video as well here on the stream. So guys, make sure to smash up the like button if you haven't already. If we can hit the 300 likes on today's stream here, and we're just 30 minutes live here, and I will be for sure stay live for another 30 minutes from now on, make sure to smash up the like button, because if we can smash it up to 300 likes, I will be do at least a $100 giveaway, and maybe even more. Maybe I'm going to do a $500 giveaway, because we're smashing through the highs. And yesterday I took much more profit. And of course, with the profits I make here, I'm maybe going to close a little bit and donate it again towards Ukraine, to support Ukraine, because it's absolutely terrible what's going on in the world. And for me, donating money, I feel very good by doing it. Because yeah, I hope to get good karma in the future, of course. So let's see what is going to be happening. Hopefully we could be pumping up the market a little bit more here. I think only a wick towards 40.5k and then a retracement. Let's see what we're going to get here. I think 40k towards 44k range. I mean, if we're going to look at Bitcoin in higher time frames, if today's candle, indeed 44k range is a very good prediction by you, man. I definitely agree with you here. But if Bitcoin, first of all, if Bitcoin can be breaking above this 40k, basically 39.3k range here with the daily candle close, indeed, I do think we're going to look actually pretty good for the coming days ahead of ourselves. Then I think that Bitcoin is going to be trading back to between this range, between the 40k and the 44k. Because if we're breaking above this range here, we're entering a new range of resistance and support where we have been trading in several times before. We're breaking above the previous resistance zone, previous support, and if we're breaking above it, we're basically going to be rising back between these ranges. As well, what will be happening from that point is that we're definitely confirming a higher low in the market. If we are going to confirm the higher low in the market, we are for sure going to see more exponential growth towards the upside getting created from this point, and that is actually looking pretty good. And from that point from here on, bro, where is the CME gap? I will be quickly enabled on the screen here, and a reason why I'm so bullish as well is definitely the S&P 500 as well. But let me get the let me see the CME cap here in front of the screen here. Let me get it in front of the screen. Where's my chart? I've got so many charts, guys. It's crazy. So if we're going to look at the CME gap is around 39.9k. So actually we are approaching the CME gap right now very quickly. We're only 1% away from the CME gap right now from the current point of trading. Only in approximately 1% away from it, approximately $400 up, and we are going to be touching that CME gap. So CME gap about to get filled again here, like I told everyone before. CME gap will be always act as a magnet here from last weekend, and for next weekend we're once again just going to look about how the price will be performing, because in the end of the day, in the end of the weekend, we're usually going to come back towards those CME gaps. So it is actually going to be pretty interesting on how the weekend this time will be playing out here. But actually, what you should be looking at here, is like I discussed in the beginning of the stream, and of course I see right now way more people join the stream as well. So what I should be looking at is the S&P 500, and the S&P 500 right now just confirms us that we should be a little bit more bullish, since it's creating such kind of a big bullish divergence. And this is a pattern like a lot of stock market traders will be trading on, because we've seen, like, you don't see a lot of these bullish divergence on the stock market, right? So we saw one bullish divergence here last time around on the market on September and October. And actually, if you were accumulating in September your cryptocurrencies, you were doing an absolutely good job here, because the September correction was like extreme fear on the markets, and like there were so many influencers saying, oh, this time it's over for Bitcoin, because the S&P 500 broke its uptrend and still the S&P 500 came up, because there is so much money printing going around and people still are not waking up. People think that out of nowhere, like Bitcoin, they were first Bitcoin maximalists, because they were saying, oh, the governments are printing so much money, I should hold Bitcoin. And right now saying, I'm selling off my Bitcoin. But in fact, nothing changed. And that's also what I like posted on my Instagram yesterday. Nothing changed. People are like I don't know why people are changing up their thoughts, but nothing changed in the world. We are still seeing inflation well above 7% in the European countries and well above 6% in the US. So nothing really changed here, and that's why I'm still accumulating more cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. But to be clear, what we saw in the S&P 500 is that we were creating bullish divergence on here on the lower side, and that resulted in the market going up again. Here we did create a bearish divergence. That's also the reason why we came down from that point. And of course, on the larger scale, we were even forming a bigger bearish divergence, a bigger amount of momentum loss here. So yeah, you should be trading a bullish divergence, you should be trading the bearish divergence, and right now, once again, the bullish divergence. So an increasement from this point is going to be very likely to get expected here on the stock market. Stock markets are just really moving the cryptocurrency market as well. That is just how it works nowadays. They just move together. And since seeing such big of an opportunity right now occur on the market, I am just very certain the market is going to see a very strong bounce, and as soon as the S&P 500 is going to creep up back again towards new all-time highs here, we are going to be most certainly see more significant price growth as well for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies in general. Right now we're approaching the $40,000, and it's going to probably be way above that as well. So it is just looking very strong for the market right now in the cryptocurrency space, and you either accept it or you either take it or hate it. But the markets are going to look a little bit more bullish. Some people as well talking about potential head and shoulders, where we're seeing a left shoulder getting formed and head getting formed and a right shoulder. In my opinion, this is not my most favorite head and shoulders pattern. Yeah, you could approach it like a head and shoulders pattern, but I'm not going to be playing the price target of a head and shoulders, because I think it's a little bit too insignificant on how the breakout is currently occurring and how the right shoulder was getting formed. So yes, I am going to be playing my own price targets, but I'm not necessarily going to be playing a head and shoulders price target, because I think it's a little bit too much of a bullish price target to look at right now here. Because if the pattern was looking like solid, it could have been played out here. And actually, like 44k is my price target as well, so it comes together with the price target of the head and shoulders, because 44k does come together with the top side of the range here of the market if we're going to close this daily candle. But I want to be waiting for a little bit more confirmations before really rationally saying Bitcoin is going to come up towards 44k. If I do see some more confirmations on the market on, let's say, lower time frames, definitely going to be talking about that 44k target a lot. But so far, yeah, we're still waiting. We're casually waiting on exactly as well on how this 1 hour candle is going to close, because the 1 hour candle close still has to occur here in the coming hours ahead of ourselves. So let's see what we can be doing from off this point here. Someone is saying gold is down too. Yeah, if we quickly take up the comparison from Bitcoin towards gold here, you can see Bitcoin is spiking once again against gold here. For the recent hours, Bitcoin has been outperforming gold massively here, to be exact here on the past 3 hours, where we've seen, let's say, an approximately increasement for the past 3 hours on the Bitcoin price chart itself, 4%. We have been as well rising 4.5% against the gold chart. So gold is indeed dropping, Bitcoin is increasing, and that is of course absolutely lovely. Gold is today down 0.6%, where Bitcoin is up in the past 14 hours more than 3.5%. So it is indeed moving up against gold here. Of course, we have been looking at the gold against Bitcoin chart for a while here. On the gold against Bitcoin chart, we've been forming a beautiful bottom, double bottom. And this looks to be, of course, be perfect signal for further continuation towards higher targets. Of course, I have been as well talking about my major signal on the market where we are seeing a suggestion of the bottom being in here on the market. We've been looking towards this major major parallel channel towards the upside, I should say. Excuse me for saying it incorrectly in the beginning. But on this pattern, we can clearly see first touch point was getting generated, then we saw double touch point with a double bottom getting formed, resulting in a further continuation growth towards the upside. And right now we're seeing similar market structures like here in July and August of 2021 getting played out here. We're seeing two big wicks on the lower side getting formed there, and we're starting to see the market once again anticipating and reacting, and some kind of a double bottom here on the market, and seeing a further increasement towards the upside. First, yesterday, like the liquidations that we saw yesterday was absolutely crazy, of course, because the liquidations that we saw yesterday were first a huge amount of long liquidations, and afterwards we're seeing a huge amount of short liquidations. So what we can say that yesterday was definitely a move by market makers that are trying to shake out leverage because they want to be seeing the market once again further increase towards the upside. So yesterday was, of course, a perfect way to flush out leverage because there was a lot of fear in the world. There was a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt, I should say, because of Russia was invading Ukraine, and that was why the markets were crashing so significantly. Market makers will be always trying to benefit from certain news that is coming out in the world here to be, of course, try to be moving the market more significant and more quicker. So we can see, first of all, if we're purely look for accumulation and distribution for your cryptos at this parallel channel, and it can clearly show us that top side is a bad side, a zone of accumulating. Lower side has been a very good zone of accumulating. And since we're seeing so many touch points, not only in the top and lower side, but as well in the middle points, of course, like you can see. Like as well in the middle points, we can clearly say that this level that we're looking at, this parallel channel, basically, I should say, is a good model or a good pattern to look at, or whether you should start to accumulate or whether you should start to distribute your Bitcoins. So right now, you can clearly see it has been showing us a very beautiful zone of accumulation, and it is showing us right now on this chart as well with an increasing slope of height, because the market is indeed moving up here. And if we're going to look at how much degrees we're moving up here, I can say around the 4 to 5 degrees, and I will be measuring it there once I'm done with the stream, because otherwise it's going to be boring. But we're moving up with an approximately 4 degree on the daily time frame. And since we're moving up with 4 degrees here, we have a sustainable growth of price here. Why is that happening? Is because there are more and more holders coming in towards the market. We do know that because we can see it from on-chain data, and there's also likely to expect, and from that point, that the bottoms in the market will be as well always become higher. So we do know that like July and August were very good zones for accumulating, and once again we're having these same opportunities. We're sitting on similar lows on the market. So as every single time we do create the lows around the 35, 36k here, we came up every single time with a few hours afterwards. So it can clearly show us there's a lot of demand around that range here. And currently we can probably expect the market is going to be seeing a further continuation up here, since we did close this hammer candle pretty bullish. And right now we're even seeing more growth on the 1 hour time frame as well here, since the 1 hour time frame is actually looking to be breaking bullish from this point here. So let me go back towards this chart I was just talking about, and this is the let me see, I've got like all my charts are mixed up right now. I want to be going towards my CME. Yeah, this is my CME chart. So this is the CME chart. And let me go towards the 1 hour horizontal range we were just witnessing. Yeah, this is the horizontal range. Yeah, we're just the 11 minutes away before closing the 1 hour candle, guys. And let me know what you think about this 1 hour candle. I will be, of course, give my feedback on how this 1 hour candle is going to close in a moment. Right now I can do speculate about where it is going to close, but I'm not going to do so. Now I'm going to just wait on when it closes, and as soon as it does close this 1 hour candle, I'm quickly going to give you guys my feedback about what I do think about the close, because yeah, it could still come down here. Then we are definitely looking a little bit more bearish if we're going to close this candle in towards the red here. So please wait a little bit here with me on the stream, another 10 minutes ago, and then we're going to see on how bullish or bearish this candle is going to be closing. Guys, in the meantime, quickly going to be asking you guys to slap up that like button. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, make sure to do so right now here, because subscribing towards the channel is free, and you could do so right now here. Slapping up the subscribe button will be absolutely amazing. and at the same time while you're there, slap up the like button, because smashing up the like button also doesn't cost anything for you, but you will be, of course, show me a lot of appreciation. So if we could be smashing it up towards 300 likes, I will be as well give away $100 towards one lucky viewer. So guys, let me know by smashing up the like button if you do want to be seeing that giveaway. New York is opening in 10 minutes. Stock market is going to open in 40 minutes, my man. The S&P 500 will be at least open in 40 minutes from now on. So what we're going to do is wait carefully on what the market will be reacting towards it, because usually once the stock market is indeed opening, we are seeing more volatility, and right now I actually expect more bullishness to come and returning towards the market. So let's see how it is going to be performing. But indeed, the coming 40 minutes right now ahead of ourselves are going to be definitely be very crucial, because if we're going to be opening the stock market, we always tend to see huge amounts of volatility return back in towards the market. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward towards it. Of course, at the same time, Russia is coming closer towards the capital city of Ukraine, and as soon as it does close in towards the capital city, we could be maybe as well get some news out there and maybe see some more more information what could be maybe have an effect on the market. So please do know it. That's black. What? Someone's blackmailing me? I don't know. Jason Clark, welcome to the stream. Jason Clark, absolute legend. I am doing perfectly well here, actually, right now. I'm just taking a sip of my water, guys. I will be going further in towards the analysis in a moment. Quickly taking a sip of my Rover mug here as well. If you... Maybe I could give away some mugs. I've still got like 50 mugs right now over here. Just casually, sometimes giving them away here. So, pretty interesting. Yes, Russia says ready to negotiate. That's pretty interesting. If Russia is really going to go in towards a negotiation, and it's going to be having positive effects for the market, so maybe Russia is going to withdraw their troops here, it could be having a very significant effect on the market. Let's say Russia is going to be withdraw their troops here. We are going to see a significant market growth here for the Bitcoin and basically stock market as well, because like I told you, the Russia-Ukraine fight is already priced in on the market. People already that were afraid for that, thinking to crash the market here, already sold off here. As well for the interest rate hike here. All those people that were afraid for that sold off in the market. As soon as we do get any kind of good news, we're going to be pumping, because it's right now like the rumor, like sometimes people say buy the rumors, sell the news. Right now it's going to be exactly the different way around here, because the rumor, in this case, people are selling the rumor because people think, oh, Russia, they're going to crash Bitcoin because of invading Ukraine, blah, blah, blah. But actually, this time it's the other way around. It's the other way around. And if the news does hit, we're probably going to see that the market is going to sky up again. So it is looking pretty interesting on how it is going to be performing in the world, because there's a lot of news currently affecting the markets. And hopefully we could get some positive news out of there. Let me see. EJD and Vechain, I mean both of them. Give me a mark, and Nicole, you will be definitely get a mark, my for sure. Let me see. What are you guys saying here? So we're still casually waiting for 1 hour close, but at the same time, I'm quickly going to check up on some stuff here. Maybe we do see some interesting articles coming up here. Kiev braces for a Russian attack here. So, of course, European countries are all freezing Putin's assets. So it's pretty interesting. Of course, I don't think that he was not expecting that. It's actually something that he probably did expect already. Bitcoin investors buy the dip as Bitcoin nears 40K, gaining 60% in less than 24 hours. While the number of Bitcoin addresses holding small quantities continue to increase, buyers return to Bitcoin market, locating upside opportunities as the prices rebounds near the 40K on the 25th of February. So yeah, balances with greater than 0.1. So people with more than 0.1 Bitcoin have been accumulating more and more, like you can see here. More and more hodlers are coming in towards the market that are holding more than 0.1 Bitcoin. Actually, pretty interesting to see here. More and more bigger people investing more sustainable amounts of money in towards the market. So pretty interesting to see how the market is growing so quickly, and to see more and more people accumulating larger amounts of Bitcoin is showing us that we are having more confidence in the market. So pretty interesting that the accumulation still is going on here. And this also shows you the smart money is still buying, because smart money is usually money that has a little bit more to spend here. So 0.1 Bitcoin is around right now $4,000 US. So yeah, you've got something to spend at least if you're buying more than $4,000 US in towards Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies. So the accumulation trend versus prices is also pretty interesting. So everyone is buying the dip, probably a smart move. So if it's black, it means the price is very high here. But like you can see here, the accumulation still continues along the way up here. And less than 1 Bitcoin is of course rising. Like you can see here, 1 to 10k Bitcoin addresses are still rising as well. In the dip of the 1st of January, there was approximately almost 0% of people holding 1 towards 10k Bitcoin. And right now we've seen an increasement of approximately 2% here. In terms of the people that are holding less than 1 Bitcoin, has been seeing a sustainable growth here along the way towards the upside, and not really a decreasement. So still more and more hodlers are coming back in towards the market, and it actually shows us a lot of strength here. As well, if we're going to analyze real quickly the 4-hourly EMA ribbon, we can clearly see that we're actually trading against it and almost trading above it. The 4-hourly EMA ribbon is pretty important to look at. Why? Is because this is basically a moving average that does always show us very strong support, very strong resistance, and basically is a very good indication where the market is approximately standing. And right now we can clearly see the Bitcoin price section on the 4-hourly time frame is right now indicating us that we're about to trade above the 4-hourly EMA ribbon again. And like you do know, and like you can see here on the market from the past, always once we're trading basically above the EMA here, we tend to be finding support on it, and we tend to rise a little bit higher. And if we're trading below it, we tend to see, of course, more rejections towards the lower sides on the market. So what we can see right now here is that it is actually looking pretty good. And in uptrends like we saw in September, October, you first usually flip the EMA ribbon and then flip into support and see sustainable period of growth. So right now what we have not seen here is that the EMA ribbon has not been flipping bullish yet here. And usually once you're breaking the EMA ribbon in such kind of a parabolic structure, it gives you the signal that we're in a short-term more bearish market, and that we could be seeing some more bearish sides coming back in towards the range here. Then you broke above it, and you still once again broke below it, and that shows you we are in a bear trend here. And like you can see, afterwards we were getting rejected several times from the EMA ribbon. So what is going to be pretty important is indeed that we are going to close above that EMA ribbon, and that we're going to see more price action growing towards the upside from up that point here, and that we're seeing the EMA ribbon providing once again support rather than a rejection. InstaGifts 2.0 is saying, hey Rover, I was late today. Can I get a yo guys? Let me think of it. Yeah, of course. You can get a yo guys quickly after the sound ended. So you will get one special for you. Don't make a gift of it. InstaGifts. No, just kidding. Yo guys, and that was it. Yo guys, and welcome back. So that was the yo guys. Of course, it's a very typical Crypto Rover intro. I think everyone should have their own intro, and the yo guys is definitely my intro. Of course, yo guys and girls. I mean everyone, of course. It's just something I say. I don't know. So it's absolutely beautiful. The Bitcoin could be potentially once again break above the EMA ribbon, and like I just showed you, and we've learned from the past, is that trading above the EMA ribbon is pretty important. Like you saw last time we traded above it, we right away went pretty exponential towards the upside. So as well, the ribbons are curving back towards the upside, showing and indicating us as well more strength back in towards this market. And of course, if you're flipping it on a daily time frame, it is usually an even more bigger signal, because here we flipped it bullish on the daily time frame. Was definitely, let me use the brush for a second. So here we flipped it on the daily time frame, and let me make this a different color. Let me make this not green. Let me orange is pretty cool color. So here you can see we flipped it bullish here on the daily time frame. Then over here as well, we flipped it orange, green again on the daily time frame. We moved up exponentially. And here we flipped it bearish, and we came down right away very quickly. And right now we're about to get reversed here, because the moving averages are trading pretty close towards each other. And if the market is going to be moving up from this point, the moving averages as well could be once again creep up towards higher levels, of course. It usually takes quite a while here, like the last time around, for the moving average to creep up approximately 40% here. It took approximately 43 days here. So as soon as the price action is going to be moving more exponential, yeah, the moving average can be also moving up in a very rapid pace back towards higher levels again. So it is actually looking pretty important, and it is also looking actually pretty good here because the daily candle looks to be closing pretty bullish right here. Yo bro, what is the price target for the descending rolling wedge here? The price target for the descending rolling wedge already broke out yesterday, of course, for the Bitcoin price target, for Bitcoin, I mean, is around, and by the way, we're going to close the 1 hour candle in 1 minute, is around the 40.1k, 40.7k, I should say. So it's another 3.5% to go. And then we reach the price target. I'm not saying we're not going to go further from it, but that's basically the price target of this retest that we did got on the market over here, right? So earlier today, we found a retest, and from of the low towards the high of the setup, it's an approximately 7% trading setup towards the upside. So that's actually not all too bad here, if you would ask me. So let's quickly analyze the 1 hour candle close on Bitcoin. It's actually not too good of a 1 hour candle close if you are going to be ask me right now what I do think about it, but it is decent. We did not close it in the red here, but it shows us a lot of weakness right now in the market. What it can clearly show us is that we're forming a bearish divergence because we are still losing a little bit of grip on this market while the price action is still increasing. So what you can see, we are forming higher highs on the price action, but the RSI momentum indicator still decreased its strength here. So this is definitely not the most strongest signal that you do get on the market. And actually, there's another very, very good signal to get here. So yes, we're trading above these pretty critical resistance ranges. And yes, the S&P 500 is looking actually pretty good here. So since the S&P 500 is looking pretty good right now, I could maybe potentially stay a little bit more bullish, of course, but still, I will be stay pretty neutral on Bitcoin right now, not necessarily bullish, since we, did close this previous 1 hour candle pretty badly, in my opinion. So what we are going to be looking out for is the S&P 500 stock market open here. Right now, what we do know is that this is the last 30 minutes that we do have before the stock market is going to open in the US here. Exactly 29 minutes to go here, and the pre-market will be ending. So far in the pre-market, we rose more than 1.5% here, what is actually pretty good here. 1.5% rise here. The rise in the pre-market is pretty strongly showing and indicating that we're probably going to be seeing a little bit more of a green day here. So I'm pretty excited about how this is going to be performing, the stock market. Gold, of course, continuously falling down further and further on here. And usually once gold comes down here, Bitcoin tends to be moving up again. So it is a good signal that the market is going to be seeing a further increasement. Of course, we had a very short-term peak here of 4% rally up here for gold. And afterwards, we dropped 5% towards the downside. And even we're trading lower again right now. Looks to be that we could even see a more significant free fall for gold. So gold looking absolutely terrible, and usually once gold comes down here, money flows into Bitcoin. So it is looking pretty good here. Gold looking bearish, Bitcoin looking bullish. We are exactly on the pace we should be on, of course. US market opening in 30 minutes, hoping for a rally. I mean, I truly hope to see a rally as well, but we are seeing pretty bullish signals on the S&P 500 itself, what we discussed on, and basically what was also one of my reasons to be more bullish on Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies in the coming days and coming weeks ahead of ourselves. And the reason for me to say, a Bitcoin bottom could be potentially be in right now here is because the S&P 500 indeed is forming a double bottom right now here, indicating for sure we are clearly at a point where the market can start to be reversing back towards the upside from all this range here. So it is looking good. Any updates on Vechain? Let me quickly go over Vechain, you guys. Let me see which chart. I will use this chart for a second. As well, Ethereum still close towards a breakout. Not necessarily broke out yet here, so please stay cautious with the 4-hourly close. Wait for that before we're going to necessarily make a move on it. So Vechain is basically forming similar structures like a lot of other cryptocurrencies right now, right? We're forming this downward sloping trend line here on the RSI, as well with the downward sloping support line, on the RSI, on the price section. We're basically forming a descending rolling wedge, just like Bitcoin, just like Ethereum. And like Ethereum is almost getting rejected right now, just like Ethereum and Bitcoin, Vechain looks to get rejected right now as well. So just wait carefully before, as soon as we do break out, we could be looking for a more significant price surge. Of course, of Vechain, the price target could be more significant because of Vechain, we could be seeing an approximately 19% price target. That's the way buying the dip on altcoins is so overpowered, because you could easily make a 90% move towards the upside. And right now, with, of course, approaching this zone from the descending rolling wedge here, It's definitely a very crazy opportunity what we do right now have on the market. So it is actually looking pretty interesting. Of course, Vechain continuously comes down from that point here on the daily time frame. It's creating so significant bullish momentum here. Why I'm still continuously accumulating as well here. As soon as the market from Bitcoin stops dropping off here, we can as well expect Vechain to see a more significant growth. And if we're going to see this bullish divergence play out and really break out and really see this continuation towards the upside, yeah, we could be seeing extremely bullish confluences coming together and see really Vechain climbing further up towards higher targets. So I do look forward towards what we're going to get from this point here, but Vechain, in my opinion, is one of those assets that is looking extremely good for accumulating right now here. Bullish divergence on a daily time frame is not a thing that you see every single day here, and right now, yeah, it shows us, especially since Bitcoin is close to a reversal, what we do think right now in the market, it shows a good zone of accumulation. Yeah, Vechain is definitely cheap. That's definitely a thing that I can see right now here is that like a lot of people like lost faith in Vechain or whatsoever, but I'm still not losing faith because I know the project, what they're working on, is very good here, and I know the team behind it is very good, and they're investing a lot of money in towards that team as well. So I'm very comfortable that Vechain is indeed eventually going to see a further increasement towards the upside, and that we're indeed going to see a further period of growth as well towards higher levels for the Vechain price action. So accumulating around these levels could be bring for sure sustainable and very significant gains in the coming weeks, coming days ahead of ourselves here. So I look forward towards that. Can you check also on EGLD? Let me quickly go over more requests then. EGLD is also looking pretty interesting. EGLD currently is came towards a pretty low on the market, but is recovering very quickly. I did also long the low here on the 120 US dollars. Was absolutely pinch perfect since EGLD, of course, previous resistance on the market, flipping into support. This was a zone for me for accumulating more EGLD, and of course I've been holding so much EGLD, and actually EGLD is right now my third biggest holding in my portfolio. And guys, let me know if I should make a portfolio review video. I am very much planning on doing so. I was actually just a moment ago writing some things I want to be discussing in a video because I want to be making a very, very good video about it, so I can inform you guys what I'm currently doing with my holding position, etc., etc. And maybe I'm planning to do that video every single month because my portfolio, I can tell you already, changes up a lot every single month here. It changes up so much, it's absolutely crazy. So let's see what we're going to get from that point here. Hopefully we could be seeing a more significant price increasements towards the upside from that point here. But EGLD is definitely one of my main cryptos in my portfolio right now here because I think it's an extremely undervalued cryptocurrency project. And I do look forward towards where it is heading towards in the coming days, coming years. But I definitely believe this coin, this asset, could be easily flush up towards levels around the 1,000 US dollars. So yeah, definitely one of my bigger holdings in my portfolio as well, guys. Before going further towards the EGLD price action, make sure to check out Rover's crypto news here. Definitely very crazy news page here on Instagram. If you want to be staying up to date about news on cryptocurrencies, make sure to follow this Instagram page here. It's definitely very valuable. I will be drop out the link towards the Instagram real quickly 2 times here in the live chat. Make sure to follow that account if you haven't already. It is an account that is in my ownership. I founded this account because I want to be help more people as well on Instagram, not only on YouTube, for news on cryptocurrency markets. So if you're interested basically in crypto news there, you want to be staying up to date on it, make sure to follow this account, smash up the bell notifications as well on this account, and you will be stay up to date about all like crazy developments. Let's say you're not in the stream, you're not on Twitter, you can see this here. In the past 24 hours, more than 500,000, yeah, of course, once this was posted here, 500 million leverage got flushed out on the market. That's absolutely crazy in terms of significant leverage that came out of the market, of course. So just stay up to date about the market. If you are following this account, you will be always stay up to date. So definitely very cool if you could follow that one over there. But going further in towards EGLD starts to come up again. Actually, it was forming pretty bullish momentum on the RSI because it has been seeing Excuse me, I was saying it incorrectly. It was on a different time frame. It was indeed creating some bullish momentum on different time frames. But EGLD, of course, coming up again, creeping up on the 1 hour time frame. You can see it is once again about to be approaching resistance. This is definitely a level to be breaking above here. Previous support on the market right now getting approached as resistance. Important to break above. If we do break above this range here, we can see significant more price increasement. So we're definitely trading at a level that we are right now looking at and thinking, okay, EGLD, come on, we have to be breaking above. So if we can't do it, yeah, we're going to be probably seeing another rejection towards the downside. I'm already locked in my profits on this level, actually. So for me, it's pretty good right now. But hopefully EGLD from a holding position can be breaking above this range here and see a significant further increasement towards the upside. So pretty important, the ranges that we're currently trading on, if you would ask me. If we're just quickly going to zoom out, weekly time frame is actually still looking good here, forming and continuing the higher low strategy, the higher low trend, I should say, as well. We're once again back in this accumulation range. Everything below the 50 on the RSI index shows us good accumulation, and right now we are trading below of that 50 on the RSI index. So it is looking pretty interesting for EGLD right now, and I am extremely, but extremely excited about it. Please explain why Bitcoin is up even though there's ongoing war. I did explain it already in the video, James, but it is because of this. Where's the article? I mean, I thought I had the article over here. Let me see. Because the Ukraine Bitcoin exchange volume is spiking more than 200% because people can't withdraw more than $3,000 from the banks, but they can invest in Bitcoin to send around money. So they're not using the banks anymore to send around money and to pay stuff. No, they're using cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin especially. So Ukraine can't withdraw from the bank, can't use the bank, but they can use Bitcoin. So that's why the volume is absolutely spiking on Bitcoin in Ukraine. And that's why the markets are up here. Because even though it is extremely bad, I hate war, it is right now growing the adoption in the space. So it is definitely very interesting. Definitely very interesting what we are seeing right now across the border. So that is basically what is happening. And that's basically what is currently going on here. Let me quickly send this message out. So guys, let me know if you do have any questions. By the way, right now, let's see how much likes do we have. We got like 216 likes, guys. Smash up that like button if you haven't already. Will be absolutely crazy if you could do so. Will be absolutely cool if you could do so as well. It's not of this. No, it's not of this purely. But this is showing it's not only Ukraine. That's not my point. It's not only Ukraine that's pumping up the price. No, it is because Ukraine is buying more Bitcoin. The world is seeing this, and the world gives a train reaction towards the market squeezing the price action up again. And that is why. And indeed, big players are scooping up for sure. That's a fact. But because we get a little bit of good news, positive news here for the cryptocurrency and Bitcoin space adoption, price action shoots up here. Because it's not, once I'm saying it's Ukraine, I'm not saying Ukraine only is buying. No, it's like Ukraine adoption that's growing, and that is resulting in the world seeing this, and that's why people are following in back again towards the market, and big players are indeed scooping up the market. What literally happened is like a big player flushed down the market and then accumulated back in towards the market, because this was an overreaction on the market. And literally, the market came down in approximately 10% because of war started. It was already priced in here. It was just fair. Just Vechain sold off all their Bitcoins on this drop-off over here. And then the big whales bought it back up here. Indeed true. But this is also an extra reason why the market is moving up again. Because, yeah, the market is not only moving up because of that. Because also it moved down because of news, and also moved up a little bit of the news, of course. The war is horrible, but it will help the market get... It will help... Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't like war. War is absolutely terrible, but it will be driving more adoption towards Bitcoin. Most certainly, man. I totally agree. Let's see. Right now, in the meantime, guys, I think I will be wrapping up this video, guys, this stream. And can make G. Yeah, guys. Unfortunately, we didn't reach the 300 likes. We've been live for 1 hour right now. Nothing really is happening in the market. If something happens on the market, guys, you do know I will be your guy that will be jumping back live here on the channel, and we will be potentially doing another giveaway. If we can reach our targets, I will be doing a lot of giveaways. So, guys, in the next stream, maybe we should slap it up a little bit harder so we can reach our targets and do some giveaways. So I've been already doing a giveaway for a while. Maybe I will be just do one later after the stream for $100 even though we did not reach our target. So if you want to be seeing that, check out my Twitter, because if I do a giveaway, I will be doing it on Twitter, of course. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching towards this amazing new stream here on the channel. Later today, I will be potentially back here if there's going to be any more developments on this market. So don't forget to subscribe to this channel right now here. It's Friday, the last day of the week here. Usually the volatility is a little bit higher. Tomorrow, we're going to close to see me again. Tomorrow the stock market is closed, so tomorrow is going to be probably a little bit less busy on the market. Do expect that. Of course, I will get you guys covered with another update tomorrow. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching towards this amazing new update here on the channel, and we'll check you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.